Dear students, welcome back to a new mathematics session. In the previous session, we have discussed functions and types of functions, and also we have discussed algebra of functions. Hope it was clear for you all. In today's session, we shall discuss problems from exercise 2.3 and also few problems from the miscellaneous exercise of chapter 2. Let's move on to the topic. Let's begin with exercise 2.3. First question. Which of the following relations or functions give reasons? If it is a function, determine its domain and range. Here, the first question is set of all 2, 1, 5, 1, 8, 1, 11, 1, 14, 1, 17, 1. We have to observe this given relation and we have to check whether it is a function or not. If it is a function, then we have to find its domain and range. In function, first element is not repeating, means every element is having a unique image, means first element should not repeat. Should not repeat means first element should not have two images. From the set, if you take two sets, from the first set, one element should not have two images with the another set. Means if you check here, the first elements are 2, 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17. These are our first elements. And all these elements are having unique images. 2 is having only relation with 1, 5 is having relation with 1, 8 is related to 1, 11 is related to 1, 14 is related to 1, 17 also related to 1. All these first elements are having single images. That's why the given relation is a function. Then its domain. We have to find out the domain if it is a function means. So domain means set of all first elements. That means 2, 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17. And range is set 1. Means it is having relation with first elements are having relation with only 1. See here also it is having relation with 1. Here also it is relation 1, 1. Here also second element is 1. Here also second element is 1. Here also the same thing. Means the second element, set of all the second element, that means it is 1, range is 1. Next is set of 2, 1, 4, 2, 6, 3, 8, 4, 10, 5, 12, 6, 14, 7. Here also the first elements are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14. And all these elements are having unique images. Means 2 is having relation with 1, 4 is having relation with 2, 6 is having relation with 3, 8 is having relation with 4, 10 is having relation with 5, 12 connected with 6, 14 connected with 7. Means no first element is having two images. Means they are having unique images, so therefore it is a function. Domain means set of all first elements, that means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14. The range means the second elements, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So the domain and range we have written. Next is the third question, set of 1, 3, 1, 5 and 2, 5. Here also the first elements when we consider it is 1, 1 and 2. You can see here 1 is repeating 2 times. Means 1 is having two images. 1 is having relation with 3. Also the same 1 is having relation with 5. That means the element 1 is having two images, that is 3 and 5. First 1 is having image with 3, relation with 3, and the same 1 is having relation with 5. That means 1 is having two images, 3 and 5. That means the given relation is not a function. Move on to question number 2. The question is, find the domain and range of the following real function. Here real function, we have already discussed about the real function. Real function means its domain and range will be from the real number set or from the subset of real number set. Then we can say that such functions are real valued functions. Here f of x is equal to minus modulus of x. F of x is equal to minus modulus of x. So we have discussed in the previous class about modulus function. So let's write the modulus function, that is f of x is equal to minus x if x less than 0, f of x is equal to x if x greater than or equal to 0. This is the definition of modulus function. F of x is equal to minus x if x less than 0, means negative value will take if x is less than 0, then f of x is equal to x if x is greater than or equal to 0. This is what the definition. So this is the definition of modulus function or modulus of x. But here what it is given to us is minus modulus of x. That means there is a minus sign outside. Means it is f of x is equal to minus modulus of x is given. So we have to change the definition as this minus, if you take inside, here minus becomes plus. That means f of x is equal to plus x if x less than 0. And here there is a plus x. When this minus comes inside, it comes as minus x. So minus x if x greater than or equal to 0. This is minus modulus of x. By using the definition of modulus of x, we have written this one. Then let's substitute some values of x first of all. So here input values, when we check, we will give some input values and we will find out the output values, that is value of modulus of x. Then value of modulus of minus x, minus modulus of x. This is what we are going to check now. Here value of x, some input values will be given, then its modulus value means this one, the definition. Modulus value will take, and then we will be taking minus of that modulus value. So when we take x is equal to 2, when we give x input as 2, then modulus of 2 will be 2. Means whatever is there inside, without sign it will come out. Here inside the modulus is positive value, when it comes out the same positive value will be coming. Here minus modulus x means here 2 is the value, minus modulus x means minus 2 will be coming. And when 1 is substituting as input, modulus of 1 is 1, and minus modulus x is, just to put a minus sign here, it becomes minus 1. Next is 0. When we give input, modulus of 0 is 0, and minus modulus of x, since there is 0, there is no plus or minus, means 0 is neutral, so no need to put any sign. Then when there is minus 1, modulus of minus 1 is, sign will be removed when it comes out, that means plus 1 will be coming, and minus modulus x will be minus 1. Then when we give another negative value, that is minus 2, when we take the modulus, it will be coming as plus 2, then minus modulus x means minus 2 will be coming. Then let's check the values of x, that means our input values. Here x can be any real number we can substitute here, means negative numbers, 0, positive numbers, or any decimal numbers, anything we can substitute here. But when it comes out as f of x is equal to minus modulus of x, here when you check, it is always be negative or 0. Either 0 or any negative number. Even you can check here, when we give a positive number, positive real number, we are getting output as negative number. When we are giving a negative number also, we are getting output as a negative number. Only in case of 0, it is coming as it is. Means your output will be always a negative number or 0. So by using these two conditions, we have to write the domain and range. So the domain will be always a real number, means any input you can give, that is are all real numbers. But the range means from 0 to any negative number, means up to infinity. Negative number, when we check, it comes like this, it comes from infinity, means etc will be coming from there, maybe minus 3, then comma minus 2, then minus 1, then up to 0. Up to 0 can take, means it comes from infinity, that's why it is set as minus infinity to 0. Here it is after 0, it is a square bracket, means 0 will be there as output value. But minus infinity means minus infinity is open bracket, means just close to minus infinity, any number which is close to minus infinity but not minus infinity. That's why here open interval it is given, and here it is closed interval is mentioned because 0 is included. So this is what the range. Move on to the third question. A function f is defined by f of x is equal to 2x minus 5. Write down the values of f of 0, f of 7 and f of minus 3. Here there is a function which is given to us, f of x is equal to 2x minus 5. So here we are asked to find out the different values of function. First of all, it is f of x is given to us. Let's write f of x is equal to 2x minus 5. Then putting the value of x in f of x. So the first one is f of 0. F of 0 means here instead of x, 0 is there. That means in the function you have to remove x and substitute 0. So 2 into 0 minus 5. 2 into 0 minus 5 is 0 minus 5, that is equal to minus 5. That is the value of f of 0. Quite simple question. Remove that x value, remove x and substitute that value which is given to us instead of x. Here instead of x 0 is there, so that's why we substituted 0 by replacing x. Then second one is f of 7. Here instead of x 7 is there, so 2x minus 5 is our function. Just to substitute x by just remove x and substitute 7. So 2 into 7 minus 5. 2 into 7 is 14 minus 5. 14 minus 5 is 9. And the third one is f of minus 3. So that question you have to try it as homework. Next we shall discuss question number 4. The function t, which maps temperature in degree Celsius into temperature in degree Fahrenheit, is defined by t of c is equal to 9 by 5 into c plus 32. Find t of 0, t of 28 and t of minus 10. There is one more question, fourth question, that we will be discussing later. So there is a function is given to us. It is a relation between temperature in degree Celsius and temperature in degree Fahrenheit. T of c is equal to 9 by 5 c plus 32. That is the function it is given to us. First of all, t of 0. It's quite similar to the previous question. Just write the given statement. T of c is equal to 9 by 5 c plus 32. Then t of 0 we have to calculate. Replace c and put 0. Means instead of c here 0 is there. That means c must be replaced and put 0. 9 by 5 into 0 plus 32. So 9 by 5 into 0 means 0 plus 32. 0 plus 32 is 32. Then second and third question you will try it as homework. Then we shall discuss the fourth question as I mentioned before. Fourth question is the value of c when t of c is equal to 212. Here t of c is given to us 212. Then what is the value of this c? That is what we have to calculate. Reverse order calculation. So t of c is 9 by 5c plus 32. That is what the given function. Then t of c is given to us 212. 212 is equal to 9 by 5c plus 32. From here this plus 32 bring to the left side, it comes as minus 32. So 212 minus 32 is equal to 9 by 5 into c. Then just to reverse it, the equation 9 by 5c is equal to 212 minus 32. Just why we are reversing means right side is our variable, so just we have to bring to the left side so that it is easy for us to calculate. 9 by 5c is equal to 212 minus 32. We will get 180. Then c is equal to, take this 5 to the numerator, cross multiplication. 180 into 5. This 9 will come to the denominator, that is divided by 9. So 180 into 5 divided by 9. So here when we check, there is a cancellation is there. 9 and 180 we can cancel and we can write 20 times. So this is 20. Then we have to multiply 20 and 5. 20 into 5 it is 100. So c is 100. That is the value of c. Move on to the last question of this exercise. Find the range of each of the following functions. Here first question is f of x is equal to 2 minus 3x, comma x element of R means real numbers and x greater than 0. So here we are asked to find out the range, and not like the previous one. Previously we have done by giving input values and by observing the output values we have defined the range, but here we are going with another method. So given that x is greater than 0, this is what our condition is given, x greater than 0. So from here we have to bring it to this 2 minus 3x format. So x greater than 0, then what we have to do is multiplying by 3, because we need a 3x here. As I said before, this is our given condition. From here we have to bring to this 2 minus 3x format, the left side. So first of all, along with x 3 is there, so just multiply by 3. Then 3x is greater than 0. If you multiply 3 here, 3x is greater than 0. X greater than 0 means of course 3x also will be greater than 0. See, for example, if you take 1 is greater than 0. If you multiply 1 with 3 is also greater than 0. So that is what the statement means. So 3x is greater than 0 into 3. We are just multiplying 3 on both the ends. So 3x is greater than 0. So we have got 3x now. Next there is a minus sign. So what we have to do is multiplying by minus 1. So when we are multiplying with a negative sign, what we have to do is we have to reverse this inequality symbol. When we are multiplying a negative sign, we have to reverse it. For example, 3x into minus 1. We are just multiplying minus 1 to the left portion. So 3x into minus 1. Same time you have to reverse this inequality. Less greater than becomes less than. 0 into minus 1. So when you check with an example, that is quite clear there. See, for example, 3x greater than 0. For example, here you can take 3. Just to take a single value 3. 3 is greater than 0. That statement is quite true. If you want, I will write and show you. So 3 is greater than 0. That is normal statement. It is always true. And if you are multiplying a minus sign, you will be getting on the left portion there is minus 3, and right side if you multiply minus 1, surely it will be 0 only. 0 into minus 1 is 0. But what is the relation between minus 3 and 0? Minus 3 is less than 0. Okay, so when you multiply a minus sign on the left and right portion of an inequality, you have to reverse the sign, inequality symbol. That's what we have done here. So 3x into minus 1 is less than 0 into minus 1. That means minus 3x is less than 0. So we have got one portion, minus 3x. That means again there is one more portion is left, that is 2. So what we have to do? Adding 2 on both sides. Plus 2 we need, that's why adding 2. That means minus 3x plus 2 is less than 0 plus 2. Here when addition is doing done, there is no change of inequality symbol, same as it is will be coming. So minus 3x plus 2 is less than 0 plus 2. If you want, we can check again with the same whether it is changing the inequality or not. We are just adding minus 3 with 2. Minus 3 plus 2. Minus 3 plus 2 is on the left portion, that is right side is 0 plus 2 is 2 will be coming. So minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. Minus 1 is always less than 2. So that's why there is no change in this inequality. Okay, so minus 3x plus 2 is less than 0 plus 2. That means when you adjust it or arrange it, 2 minus 3x is less than 0 plus 2 is 2. What is 2 minus 3x? 2 minus 3x is our f of x. That is, our f of x is less than 2. F of x means what? It is y. So y is less than 2. What is y? The y values are called our range. So range is less than 2, smaller than 2 means range will be smaller than 2 means, as I mentioned before, we will be starting from etc. Just we will be starting from etc. and there will be negative numbers, minus 2, then minus 1, then next is 0, next is 1, and next is 2. But 2 is not included. Up to 2 will be coming. That means coming from infinity up to 2, but 2 is not included because here the equal to symbol is not there. That means the range will be open bracket minus infinity to 2. Open bracket, why we are putting here minus infinity we are not considering, here 2 also not included. That's why open bracket minus infinity 2. Next is second portion, f of x is equal to x square plus 2. X is a real number. Here also the same method we are following. We know that the square of a real number will always be positive or 0. Here x greater than 0 is given to us. But here we have to take from by observing the function f of x is equal to x square plus 2. Here there is a square term is there. We know that the square term is always positive or 0. Negative number will never come because minus 1 square is plus 1. Minus 3 square is 9. So when a square term is there means always positive number will be coming. Plus 2, we are adding again a positive number with another positive number, so it will be always a positive number or 0. That is what from the statement we can understand. Means x square is always greater than 0. Square of a particular input is always greater than or equal to 0. But here x square plus 2 is there, so we just add 2 on both sides. So x square plus 2 is greater than or equal to, right side 0 adding means 0 plus 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. What is x square plus 2? X square plus 2 is f of x. That means f of x is greater than or equal to 2. F of x means y. Y is greater than or equal to 2. Y greater than or equal to 2 means our range is greater than or equal to 2. Greater than or equal to 2 means from 2 onwards all the numbers till infinity. From 2 onwards means it can be 2, it can be 3, etc. up to infinity it will be going. But infinity we will not take, up to infinity. So the range will be open bracket, closed bracket 2. Closed bracket 2 means here equal to is there. That means 2 will be included. Comma infinity, then you have to use an open bracket to close because infinity is an imaginary number. We will not be taking infinity. So 2 to infinity, including 2, but not including this infinity. That's why the range is written like this. Then the third question, f of x is equal to x. X is a real number. It is quite familiar for us. F of x is equal to x. It is an identity function. Identity function means f of x is equal to x means we can say f of x is y. Y equal to x. Whatever input we are giving for x, the same input will be coming as output for y. Means if x values are given 2, then f of x also will be 2. F of x is equal to x. That's why. Then 1 if you give, your output also will be 1. If you give 0 input, your output will be 0. If you give a negative 2, your output will be also negative 2, because f of x equal to x. That's why. So here range of f of x is all your input values. All your input value means x is a real number. Your input values are from real number. Whatever input you give, the same input is coming as output. That means real numbers if you give, the same real numbers are coming as output. So that will be your range. So range of f of x is R, real numbers. Next we shall discuss few problems from the miscellaneous exercise. First question. The relation f is defined by f of x is equal to set of all x square if 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2, and f of x is equal to 3x if 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10. And another function g of x is given to us. G of x is equal to x square if 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2, and 3x if 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10. The question is, show that f is a function and g is not a function. So let's recall the definition of function. Function means if you give one input, you should get one output. Means the first elements should not repeat. If it is repeating, then it is not a function. So first of all, let's take f of x. So for f of x, when we are giving x is equal to 0, let's check the input values. 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. Means here 0 to 3 we can give input. Both included, because here both portions we are having equal to symbol. And next it is 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10. Means from here also 3 to 10 we can take. Means altogether 0 to 10, both inclusive, 0 and 10. That is what the input values. And when you check here, 3 is coming both the places. For x square also 3 we can give, for 3x also 3 we can give as input. So let's check whether it is a function or not. First of all, I am taking x is equal to 0. When I give x is equal to 0, if x comes as 0, your function will be x square. So f of x is equal to x square, that is 0 square equal to 0. Means x is equal to 0 means y we have got 0. Next, when x is equal to 1, next element I am taking 0, then next is 1. When x is equal to 1, if x is equal to 1 also, your function is x square. So f of x is equal to 1 square. 1 square is 1. So if you are giving input as 1, you are getting the unique output, that is image, as 1. Next is f of x is equal to x is equal to 2. When x is equal to 2, taking time also, 2 comes in between 0 and 3. That means the same function x square will be taken. So f of x is equal to 2 square. 2 square is equal to 4. Again, for one input there is only one output. Then when x is equal to 3, you can check here. When x is equal to 3 means 3 we can include here also, 3 is included here also. Means two functions also you have to take. For 3, x square we can take first. That is f of x is equal to 3 square. 3 square is equal to 9. Means when I gave x is equal to 3, my output is, or my image is 9. Again 3 included here also. Means I can take the value 3x also. Value of the function I can take as 3x as well. So when x is equal to 3, again f of x is equal to 3x. 3x means 3 into 3. 3 into 3 is 9. So you can check here, when x is equal to 3, first function if I give, I have got the image as 9. And again if I give x is equal to 3 in the second function, I have got the same image 9. Means the image is unique, not repeating. Okay, so the 9 is there here and 9 is there here also. So it is not a problem. Therefore 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10, there is unique f of x. Between 0 to 10, I have taken only up to 3. Then you can just simply try it with 4, 5 up to 10. It's not a problem. But by observation also we can write. After finding out 2, 3 values, by observation also we can write. It is unique images only will be getting. If you put 4, will be coming 12. If you put 5, it will be coming 5 into 3, 15, and so on. Only unique images only. So therefore, for 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10, means here to here, f of x is unique. So it has unique images. Unique images means one element is not having different one element is not having different images. So here 3 is, even though 3 is repeated in the first function as well as in the second function, but we are getting the same image. So it is having a unique image, therefore f of x is a function. So the first portion we have completed, we have proved. Now we have to go with g. We have to prove g is not a function. For that, g of x we have to take, g of x is x square if 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2, 3x if 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10. Here also 0 to 10 is there, 2 is repeating in both the functions. So what we have to do when x is equal to 2, just directly we can take, because it is quite clear here it is not a function, because here in the first function 2 is there, so I can take x square. If I take x square, f of x will be 2 square, 2 square is equal to 4. Again the same 2 I can substitute here also, because in the domain it is mentioned here 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10. So when I take 2, another function I will take as 3x. That means f of x is equal to 3 into 2. 3 into 2 is 6. You can see here for one input we are getting two different outputs. See, 2 is having relation with 4. The same 2 is having relation with 6 as well. So we can say the element 2 corresponds to two different images 4 and 6. Element 2 is having two different images 4 and 6. Therefore g of x is not a function. So hence we have proved f is a function and g is not a function. Move on to the second question. If f of x is equal to x square, find f of 1.1 minus f of 1 divided by 1.1 minus 1. Function is f of x is equal to x square. Quite simple question. Just we have to find out the value of these functions. That's all. First of all, f of 1 minus 1 directly we can calculate. F of 1.1 minus f of 1 divided by 1.1 minus 1 is equal to f of 1.1, means instead of x 1.1 we have to put. That means 1.1 square. Here f of 1 means instead of x 1 we have to put. That means 1 square divided by denominator is 1.1 minus 1. As we know 1.1 square, 1.1 11 we can take. 11 square is 121. That means 1.1 means after the decimal 2 places will be there. 1.21 will be coming. That means 1.21. 1 square is 1. Then from here denominator same 1.1 minus 1. Here 1.21 minus 1. Simple calculation means 0.21 will be balance, divided by 0.1. So here little bit of calculation is there, additional calculation. What we can do is denominator is after the decimal there is only one digit. So what we have to do is just multiply 10, 0.21 into 10 in the numerator as well as the denominator. Denominator is also 0.1 into 10. What I have done is I just multiply 10 in the numerator and denominator. So what will come? 0.21 into 10, when it comes as 2.1, because multiplying with 10, there is only 1 0. So just move the decimal 1 point to the right. So 2.1 will be coming. Then divided by 0.1 into 10. 0.1 into 10 is 1. So we will be getting the answer as 2.1 divided by 1. Any number divided by 1 is same number itself. That is equal to 2.1. Hope it is clear. Next we shall discuss the third question. Find the domain of the function f of x is equal to x square plus 2x plus 1 divided by x square minus 8x plus 12. Previous questions we have calculated the range. Range means the output values. Here find the domain. Domain means we have to find out the input values. Quite easy. Just do little bit of simplification here. Then by observing the simplified format, we can just assign the input values. From there we can find out the domain. Here f of x is given x square plus 2x plus 1 divided by x square minus 8x plus 12. By factorization method we have to factorize these two, means by splitting the middle term we can use. That means it is quite clear. Numerator, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. A square plus 2ab plus b square is a plus b the whole square. What is a? A is x. What is b? B is 1. So x plus 1 the whole square. By using a plus b the whole square expansion, a plus b the whole square expansion is a square plus 2ab plus b square. If you don't know, just write and keep. I am not showing here because these are all quite basic things. Then denominator when we check, x square minus 8x plus 12. Here little bit of explanation is necessary. So here sum and product we have to use. Product means coefficient of x square and the last term constant term means 1 into 12. So the product is 1 into 12 is 12. And next we have to take the sum. Sum is the middle term. Middle term is minus 8. So we have to take two numbers whose sum is minus 8 and the product is 12. So product 12 means clearly 6 and 2 are the numbers. 6 into 2 is 12 and 6 and 2 adding time we will get 8. But here our sign is minus. Quite simple, just to put minus here, minus 6 and minus 2. So minus 6 and minus 2 are the numbers. So we are splitting this minus 8x as minus 2x and minus 6x. That is what we have done. So x square minus 2x minus 6x plus 12. Then little bit of calculation in the denominator. Numerator as it is, x plus 1 the whole square divided by. In the first two terms there is x is common. You take out. The first term x is going out means from x square x balance. From the second term x is going out means minus 2 balance. So x minus 2 is there. Then in the next two terms if you take 6 minus 6 as common, then in the first term there is plus x balance and here plus is there, minus is outside. That means in the plus there are two minuses. One minus is outside. That means one more minus is inside. So plus becomes minus. 12 if you take 6 outside there is 2 balance because 6 into 2 is 12. And in these two terms denominator there is x minus 2 is common. Numerator as it is we can write x minus 2 if you take common. First term there is x balance, second term there is minus 6 balance. So denominator is x minus 6 into x minus 2. Now this is the simplified form of our function. And always you have to check that when there is a denominator, our condition must be denominator should not be equal to 0. Because denominator 0 means it is indeterminate form, it is not defined. So this is our condition. The denominator should not be 0. Means in real numbers the denominator cannot be 0. Because of that x minus 6 into x minus 2 is not equal to 0. Means when you equate each other means x minus 6 is not equal to 0. X minus 6 just if you want I will write and show you. That is x minus 6. X minus 6 is not equal to 0. X minus 6 not equal to 0 means from here if you calculate 6 out right side if you bring x not equal to 6. The same way another calculation is there, that is x minus 2. X minus 2 if you take x minus 2 is not equal to 0. X minus 2 not equal to 0 means x is not equal to 0 plus 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. So this is our condition. Means x not equal to 6 and x not equal to 2. Means these two should not come. 6 and 2 should not come. Any other number from the real numbers it can be. It's not a problem. But 6 and 2 should not come. 6 and 2 coming means this denominator will be 0. So our domain will be all real numbers except 2 and 6. 2 and 6 should not come. So domain we can write, domain is from the real number system you have to remove set 2 and 6. Two elements you have to remove 2 and 6. So this is our domain. Domain is R minus set of 2, 6. Next we shall discuss the fourth question. Find the domain and the range of the real function f defined by f of x is equal to root of x minus 1. It is given to us, it is a real function. Real function means its domain and range will be from the real number system or subset of real number system. So f of x is equal to root of x minus 1, that is the function. We are asked to find out the domain and range. It is given that the function is a real function. It's already discussed. Real function means both its domain and range should be real numbers or real numbers as well as any subset of real numbers also not a problem. When x is equal to 2, let's try. When x is equal to 2, I'm just replacing x with 2. F of x is equal to root of this 2 minus 1. Root of 2 minus 1 is root of 1. Root of 1 is 1. So when I give x as 2, I'm getting a y as 1. Means f of x as 1. Then when x is equal to 1, when I give x is equal to 1, f of x will be root of 1 minus 1. Root of 1 minus 1 is 0. So when I give x is 1, y is 0. When x is 0, I'm just decreasing the value. Okay, from 2 I have started, I'm just decreasing and coming down. So when x is equal to 0, y will be, or f of x will be root of 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1 is root of minus 1. So root of square root of a negative number. So that is not in the real number system. Real number system means, as you know, that it includes both rational and irrationals. But irrational means only square root numbers that is there, but here not only square root, there is a negative sign also. This is not included in the irrational number system. This is another number system which we are going to study this year. So root of minus 1, this is not in the real number system. Means when we give as input as 0, we are not getting the real numbers as output. It is mentioned here, it is a real valued function, means our domain and range also must be from the real numbers. But when we give an input, our output, that means our range is coming as outside of real number system. That means this we cannot consider. Means x is equal to 0 we cannot give, because our output is not getting in a proper format. So which is not a real number. Therefore, value of domain x should be at least 1 and will go on till infinity. From 1 onwards, any number you can give up to infinity. You can check here. When I give 1, it is coming up to 0. Below 0 coming means it is not a real number, because negative square root is coming. So from 0 onwards, any value we can give. Sorry, from 1 onwards, any value we can give. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. up to any value we can give, means your output will be root of the given value minus 1. But if you give x is 0, you will be getting a negative square root, so which is not a real number. So domain should be 1 and will go on till infinity, from 1 to infinity. And range of f of x will be at least 0 and will go on till infinity. Means when I give 1 as input, that means when my domain is 1, my range is getting 0. So this is the minimum domain, minimum value. So this must be the minimum range as well. So 0 and above 0 any numbers up to infinity, that is what our range. So domain we can write closed interval 1 to infinity. You can check here. When I give input 1, I am getting 0. That means 1 is included. So 1 to open interval infinity, open bracket infinity. 1 is included, that's why here it is closed bracket. Then range will be, when I give 1, my output is 0, means 0 to infinity, means 0 closed interval 0 comma infinity, and it is an open bracket. So 0 to infinity and 0 is included. So this is what the domain and range. So here this is a little bit of indirect question, so you need to take utmost care. Watch 2-3 times if you did not understand. Next we shall discuss the fifth question. Find the domain and range of the real function defined by f of x is equal to modulus of x minus 1. So this question you will try it as homework. So just to watch the previous question very clearly and clarify the doubts if anything is there, then you go for solving this question. Next we shall discuss the sixth question. Let f is equal to set of all x comma x square by 1 plus x square such that x element of r be a function from R into R. Determine the range of f. So we are asked to find out the range. So f is equal to set of all x comma x square by 1 plus x square such that x element of R. This is our function, and we know that when a function is given in this format, these first elements are called the domain and the second elements are called the range. So our input values are from R, real numbers. So let's check by taking different values. First of all, I am taking x is equal to 2 from the real number system. If x is equal to 2, when I substitute, my f of 2 will be, means my image will be 2 square by 1 plus 2 square. I have to remove x and put 2. 2 square by 1 plus 2 square. 2 square is 4. 4 by 1 plus 4. That is 4 by 5. When you divide 4 by 5, it is 0.8. Mental calculation you have to do. If you feel it difficult, then go for long division method. 4 divided by 5 is 0.8. Next I am taking x is equal to 1. When I am taking x is equal to 1, f of 1, that is my image, f of 1 is, replace x and put 1, that is 1 square by 1 plus 1 square. So 1 square by 1 plus 1 square, that is 1 square is 1, then here 1 plus 1 will become in denominator. So 1 by 2 is 0.5. Now When x is equal to 0, I decrease again 1 point down, so x is equal to 0. That means f of 0 is equal to 0 square by 1 plus 0 square, means x square by 1 plus x square. I have substitute x as 0. So 0 by 1 is 0. Next is when x is equal to minus 1, negative value I have taken from the real number system. So f of minus 1 is equal to x is minus 1, so minus 1 the whole square by 1 plus minus 1 the whole square. So minus 1 the whole square, that is 1 by 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 by 2 is 0.5. You can see here f of 1 I got 0.5, f of minus 1 also I have got 0.5, means even when I give negative input I have got the same answer as the positive one, because there is a square term here, that's why. Then next I can take x is equal to minus 2. When I take x is equal to minus 2, f of minus 2 is equal to minus 2 the whole square by 1 plus minus 2 the whole square. So clearly minus 2 the whole square will be 4. So 4 by 1 plus 4, like here. 4 by 1 plus 4 is 4 by 5. 4 by 5 we have calculated before, that is equal to 0.8. Now you can check here our output values. Our output values, all output values what we have got is positive numbers. And it's all between 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1. There is no number we have got more than 1 or less than 0. So all are positive as well as between 0 and 1. So we note that the range of x square by 1 plus x square is always positive. Always positive. And it is always between 0 and 1. Through our observation only we came to know that. It is positive as well as between 0 and 1. That means the range is any positive integer between 0 and 1 with 0 included. So 0 we have got, that's why. So the range, our outcome will be between 0 and 1, and 0 is included. 0 is included, but 1 is not included because so far we didn't get any 1 here. And it's all positive numbers. That is our range. So range is equal to close to bracket 0, 1, and then you have to close it with open bracket. So 0 is included but 1 is not included because we didn't get so far any 1 here. So that is equal to range of f is equal to 0, 1. 0 is included but 1 is not included. This question also comparatively it is a difficult question, so go through it very clearly and you can try it with the different inputs and you can check whether this answer is appropriate or not. In such a way you can make the concept a little more clear. Next we shall discuss the 7th question. Let f, g from R to R be defined respectively by f of x is equal to x plus 1, g of x is equal to 2x minus 3, find f plus g, f minus g and f by g. Two functions f of x and g of x is given to us. We are asked to find out the sum, difference and the quotient f divided by g. So these three calculations you will be doing it as homework. Dear students, today we have discussed problems from exercise 2.3 and also first 7 questions from the miscellaneous exercise of chapter 2. I request all the students to go through these questions because these questions are different types of questions and practice it properly. While practicing time, if you have any confusion, please note it and keep. We will discuss it during the discussion session. Thank you for watching.